Program complete. Auto-engage time sequence synchronized.
The majority of you are not subscribed to my channel, so please definitely subscribe and like my videos if you want to see more of my content. Hello everyone, welcome back to Jamie Plays and another episode of Star Trek New Horizons with me, Jamie. Today we're actually going to be starting a new playthrough. So my last playthrough with the Federation, we had taken over the entire galaxy. It was literally just waiting, well, not even waiting. We had destroyed the Borg. We would have, the Undine were absolutely no challenge, and yeah, it didn't feel like it was really worth continuing that. I mean, it was a foregone conclusion we were going to win. The second thing is that there was a nice new update, so we are going to be playing the new update. I've changed back to the 1,400 star map just to change things up a bit, and rather than playing the Federation, we're going to play their evil opposite in the Gamma Quadrant, the Dominion. So that's what we're going to do. We do start off with the Teplin as the Teplin Union as a member world of the Dominion. And we are basically just going to be, conquering the galaxy. This time through force. Not conquering in the sense of annexing, though. We are going to be making everyone members of the Dominion, so that way we can again try and take on the Borg and the Undine. And hopefully they'll be a little bit stronger in this game. So I've already gone through and I have already set up all of the major empires, all of the minor empires, and done that. I haven't, however, we haven't done the settings yet because I have not unpaused the game, so we'll do those together. First things first, however, good tip if you're playing, before you unpause, do your fleet design because, well, especially if you're playing in multiplayer, your ships and all of your designs haven't been generated yet, so they'd be generated with the updated design. So, for example, you could go like that and say save. For our patrol frigate, we've got a gun and a missile version, so I'll say patrol gun, and that, we'll go for the early Polaron there for right now, and then, actually, so for example, we don't have our military ships yet, so they will be created with this, or with one of these loadouts, depending on which one it decides. I think it usually goes for the gun frigate, so I'll just say save for that for right now, and then let's do the same thing with the missile frigate. Yeah, that didn't work quite exactly as I wanted to, but let's go like that and say missile and save. So we've now got both of those, so I'll delete patrol. We've also got a construction ship there, that's fine. Colony ship, which I will add that, because why not? Science ship, I don't want the secondary computer core, instead I want the multi-purpose labs. So we'll have to give it an upgrade, but let's do the Polaron torpedo there as well, and I'll leave it as a science ship. Eventually we will add engineering and diplomatic and medical ships, but at the moment we're going to stick with science. The troop transport, yeah, let's, I guess, just go like that, because again, good to have, but we don't necessarily need it at the moment, and this is fine as it is. So, first things first, science ship, upgrade. I'm also going to build the next, oh sorry, not naval depot, I did it again, shipyard up here, so we can start our shipyard and that's production there. And then what I would also like to do is ore processing facility here, that will be useful. And then our construction ship, we could give you an upgrade. No, let's just set you to automatic construction to begin with. Let's also do our research. So let's go for the short-range fighter. That looks good. Let's go for the economics policy, and let's go for the warp engine or the. Actually, let's do the neutronic beam first, because we are militaristic. We do want our best weapons. So let us speed up the game. So I'm just pressing the plus button and then unpause. And now we will actually set up everything. So I am playing on Q difficulty, that's the highest level. So I'm actually going to turn challenge mode on. So it used to be called Grand Admiral, that's why it says Grand Admiral there. And we do want the extra challenge. I'll do the tech slowdown. Yes, we do want the challenge. I'll do the Cannon Wars mode. I'll also do Cannon mode. So the galaxy kind of will develop in the way that it did in the shows and films. Increase minor to major promotions. Let's also make sure that the Federation does form. Ensure the formation. I'm going to turn on the more wars mode. The Borg sleep cycle I think is good, and So there is a new setting here that's all about the naval cap penalty. However, it's not currently working at the moment, so we are not going to turn that on. There is a bug in there. It's not working as intended. So let's get rid of this, and I guess we can start playing. So our stockpile, we are losing food. This is a problem that the Dominion do start with. This is intended. What we can do, though, is that Ketracel White is extremely valuable. So what we can do is say, sell that. We get tons of trade for that automatically. And then we can buy food like that. We also start with some breadbasket planets, ones we can turn into breadbasket planets. Yeah, these last two, Brax 3 and Wilford 3. So that's what we're going to do. So what we can also do is then say, let's sell off even more Ketracel White. And we can even sell our supplies at the moment, like that. And I can buy some more minerals like that, so that we can actually do some building. So, on Founder's Planet, what I'm thinking is let's go for an admin district, because that would be the admin centers, the heroic landmark, and we can put the trade center there as well. And then what I would also like, admin is there. And I would also like to put in a urban expansion for those building slots there. So that done. Here we've got mixed industry. We've already used all of our minerals. That's fine. Can we come down here? No, we cannot build one of those yet, but that's fine. End of the month we should be able to do that. So go away, Q. We don't need your mineral. And I'll get rid of those. So we've now got our first fleet, and as you can see, we've got 3 missiles and 1 gun patrol frigate. Had we not changed our designs, then those would not have been generated. So what we're going to do is we are going to hire somebody. Let's hire you as our commander. And then I would also like, for right now, let's just say 10 of each, and we'll leave it at that. So, also on the council, we need to pick both our jobs and our people to put in them. So, head of research. We do have a scientist here. They're the one on our science ship. We could... Oh, no, hold on. Some of these we cannot hire yet. For example, the founders are very expensive because they're founders. Because you're a shapeshifter. What we're going to do, maybe we will define the jobs that we want. So we want a Minister of State, Minister of Defense and Minister of State for right now. And then I think these will unlock later on, and we will also then put people in those positions once we can afford to. So let's have you go explore. That will be useful. We also want to build lots and lots of... we want to have a really strong military, so that's what we're going to be doing. Oh, so we can meet somebody already. So let's do that. Say, interesting. Perfect. And then tradition available, let's go for... we do get some unique ones for the Dominion, so we've got Victory and we've got the Link. So Victory will give us claim influence cost reduction. We'll also get subject power relationship penalty reduction, ship upkeep reduction, border species genetic modification improved, pop demotion time improved, and Gem Hadar genetic modification improved. So for the Link, this focuses more on the changelings, so job efficiency for slaves. We've also got here the Dominion tribute mechanic, so we'll get either minerals or energy, or we can even get ships and entire fleets. Again, more adaptations for the Gem Hadar and Vorta there, subject naval capacity contribution, and monthly organic pop multiplier as well. So, but I'm thinking at the moment we might want to go for eugenics, because that will give us this genetics lab, and that will help us grow even faster. So you know what? Yeah, let's go for you. Like that. And Teplan is finished converting to a Dominion member specialization. That is excellent. So we're going to try and nab some of these people for, to see who they are and what they mean and how we can make them a member of the Dominion. Excellent. So, still can't quite hire anyone. But what we can do, the Great Link, we could replace a solid leader, engage in contemplations, engage with member states, or remove all Dominion members from our coalition. I'm going to say engage in contemplations, because this will give us some kind of bonus until that mechanic fires again. And at the moment, we've only got the Teplan, and yeah, while it's nice to have, we can get increased influence. So changeling pops produce additional influence for a short time. We've also got new research to do across the board, so let's go for the Telonian crystals. Here, let's go for the command station, because again, we want to focus on our military, and specifically our fleets. And then here, I think I'm going to go first for the optical computer, because that will give us an even better upgrade for our ships. And then let's do an upgrade like that, and then reinforce as well. So that's that one done. We can now hire our first head of research. Archaeology, excavation skill, and empire research speed. Let's go for you. That's always helpful. We've also got some more jobs available. We could do the head cloner and the head of genetic research, or the slave happiness. I think I'm actually going to do these two. So head cloner, that will give us even more Ketracel white per level, and then the head of genetic research, modify species special project cost minus 10%, trained officer increase, and doctor production increase by 10% as well. However, we're going to need a lot more unity before we can do much there. So let's add planetary defenses to all of our well, to those two. And here, let's add some more agricultural districts, or one each, I think. That way everyone's at least building something. So, we must redouble our efforts to translate their language. Okay. On Founder's Planet, what I'm going to do, let's do the admin center. We can do one of those for right now. We could also do well, let's just do the next one. And we'll add another one now, like that. Open council position. We can hire somebody else again. So let's now try and find a minister of state. We've got a diplomat, an ambassador here. You know what? Let's go for you. You're only 13 as well. Which is excellent. So new research. Let's now go for the Chemosite research, and here let's go for that next warp engine. And all of you, again, can upgrade, so let's do that, and then we will also reinforce. New research, let's go for diplomacy or slavery, and in our traditions, let's do the genetics lab. I want to build that everywhere. And then here, you are our ruler, so we can make you a fertility preacher or politician. Let's make you a politician, because I think fertility preacher comes up more often. On your governing as well, let's do let's make you a shapeshifter. And then you, shapeshifter as well. 25%. Leader experience gain 10% and stability increase. Ambassador, archaeologist. Let's make you an ambassador as well. Oh, that actually only helps the sublight speed of military ships. And you're not on the council yet. But we could actually add you to the council. And then you, Spark of Genius 2. So if I go here, and then say, oh look, we've got this Minister of State who's sitting there doing nothing at the moment. Sorry. Oh, yeah, Minister of Defense. Let's add, oh, no, that doesn't work either. Head of Genetic Research, so yeah, we can definitely put you on the council. And then we need a scientist for our head cloner, and we need a official or a commander for the other one. But we don't have enough unity yet to be able to do that. So all of these, let's try and build the... where is the genetics lab? It is alphabetical, so it should be there. Genetics lab, and genetics lab. Oh, abandoned terraforming. Oh, yeah, okay, we don't need to worry about that. That's the 4.0 release. Oh, so abandoned terraform equipment. This is from the base game. I'm actually not going to worry about this. Well, what I will do is terraforming project. We could resume the process. Where are you, and what kind of planet is that? Oh no, yeah, we don't want to do that. We're just going to dismantle the equipment and otherwise let it go. So we have met the Karaman Foundation. We are going to keep to yourselves, aliens. And then what
Let's
we can
see
do
what we
is we're
can
going to do
learn
some
from each other.
espionage against them. And in fact, actually, what we could also do is just assign a founder there. And then let's try and replace one of their leaders. So let's target an admiral. So the one that's leading probably their fleet. Speaking of fleets, let's build some more ships. Oh, we were successful. That's excellent. That's probably their only admiral at the moment. Speaking of, let us hire somebody to fill this position. Yeah, we've got you there. That's not really helpful though. Anomaly research speed. Or anomaly all anomaly research speed at the moment. You know what, I guess you're 34, you are 31, so I think let's go with this this one, because I don't think any of the other founders have a skill that helps. So let's go for you. You will level up, and we can also put you on a fleet. Terraforming complex dismantled. Excellent. So we've gained terraforming technology. And then our hedge cloner, we will... None of those help on the... yeah. The council level, unfortunately. So what I will do, I will go for the founders because they live a very long time. So, Institute for Slave Labor here. And then for our next bit of research, let's go for polarized hull plating. And let's also go for the division headquarters and bunker network here. So I think we can do a genetics lab. Oh no, yes we can. Genetics lab there as well. All of these have their genetic labs. And what I'd like to do is just build... So we're negative for food and we're negative for energy. Let's go to our food planets. We've still got a lot of jobs available here for both of those. So in fact we've got a lot of jobs in a lot of places. Gar Alam, we've got 740 unemployed workers. That is because you are... Oh, you're Vorta and Gem Hadar. But we've got a lot of jobs available, like geneticists. So why is nobody taking that job? Don't know. What we could do though is say, why don't we add some commercial districts here? Fortress World, we'll wait there. Let's add some... These are good for food. So let's go like that, and then one more here, because that's also good for food. Oh, unstable weather on Kirill Prime. That's unfortunate, but we'll be able to recover from that easily, I think. You're not great for food, which is why we're not really producing food there. Let's instead go for a commercial district, 2 of them. Exactly. So, council agenda. Let's now advance the fleet, and we should be able to hire one of the changelings. So you're 30, you're 38, so let's go for the 30-year-old. And then for our research, the new warp engine, let's now go for the hardened fields. And our fleets can upgrade again, and we can finish building it as well. So what I'd like to do is let's just copy this template and start building a second fleet. Oh, we're over our naval capacity. That's the reason why we're probably negative here. So what I'm going to do for right now, let's add a naval depot there. This one I might actually turn into... Let's turn that into shipyard. Let's add naval depots here, and let's add naval depots here. So I'll definitely be changing those later on. Oh, unfortunately the changing infiltrator posing as Atrice Mears of the Caraman Foundation has been revealed to be an imposter. That's a shame. But they did come back, which is good. So, as I was saying, I'm turning these into naval depots for now, but what I will be doing is using the planetary defense... I'll be putting buildings here, because these will actually help us with our naval capacity much better than those do. So in fact, why don't I just start building some of that stuff? In fact, let's cancel it there and put them... I can't do that quite yet. Let's do another fusion reactor there, because I can build that. Here, let's do another heroic landmark and the trade center. Oh, first fleet you can upgrade again because of this. And then let's go for the topoling. So I do realize that we're negative for trained officers. That is what the where did I just try and build it? Well, in planetary defenses, what we will do is put in the this Gem Hadar mustering square, as well as the oh, actually, local garrison doesn't help. but I think the training arena, amenities, naval, naval capacity again, but it doesn't actually get me people, trained officers. That's what this mustering square does. So I need to build that in various places, like here. Oh, I can't build it in either of those yet, but we've got a mustering square here. And what I could actually do is say Jem'Hadar Elder. That gives us people, although you're already at max. Can I do Honored first? No, can't do that either. We also could do with having a changeling here. Okay, well that will sort itself out with time anyway. So Honored Elder, we can make you a general, or use you to train the ground forces, which is what we're going to do. If you keep pressing make a general or an admiral, then you also have to pay that upkeep. So that is something you need to keep in mind. The 100. So a thought is spread through the Great Link. To understand the solids, we must live as them again. By sending 100 of our spawn out to the galaxy, they may return in due course with invaluable information on the threats that could affect our people. We're going to initiate the project. And a drought, I guess they'll have to fend for themselves, unfortunately. So what we're going to do is we're going to initiate this project, and then everyone can, level up. So let's make you a shapeshifter. I'd also like to make you, maybe a logician, shapeshifter. See, none of these are going to help being on the council, though. So let's make you careful, because you're at least exploring as well. Architectural interest, unifier, or let's do the architectural interest, I think. And then here, let's make you a doctor. Yeah, that will definitely help with on the council. Let's get rid of all of those. Okay. Oh yeah, so we're already at only minus 0.1. So let's engage in contemplations again and say excellent. Okay. Karaman, how are you? You're suspicious. Did we send someone to... Yes, we did. We're improving relations there. But it looks like we might not... Yeah. Might not have to... or we might just have to conquer them anyway. I'm going to build some more science ships, because we need this. Oh, more influence again. We need more science ships. Can I actually build... No, let's do that. Okay. So for research, let's now go for the synthetic Ketracel white refinery. That will be very useful, because what we can do even now is we make tons of Ketracel white. So, and if I sell this, just clicking that 3 times, we're already maxed for trade. So let's go like that, and then like that. So we actually can already build another set of science ships like that. And then what we can do is say, science ships, we are going to send out some new scientists, like you. You're also a doctor, that's excellent. Go survey systems. And then this science ship, oh, you're a nurse, that would be nice. We've also got an ambassador here. So why don't we send you out and about to explore? Oh, and all of those have finished building, that's nice. So we're under our cap again. Although if I build all of these ships we won't be, but yeah. Anyway, let's hire some more, like this nurse. That's excellent. I'd love to have you. And then this science ship here, can we hire somebody else? Not yet. Okay, so we've got a new Vorticlone leader who's ready to serve the founders. It's probably a Wayoon. Here, let's go for dilithium research. Oh, and we can already... oh, hold on. We've got a new leader. Is that... Let's take a look at our leaders. Who do we have? We do have a Wayoon, but unfortunately you're an official, so we can't put you as the head, or like as a scientist. But we could just hire you and then send you out and about to explore. Okay, so Empire Capital, anything else we can build here? I mean, we could build a bunch of these housing complexes, could do a mustering square there, although we're now positive for trained officials again. Let's actually do planetary defenses here, and I'd like to do the same thing here at the end of the month, now that I can afford it. And I'd like to start adding those. Oh yeah, okay. So the 100, we've separated from the link and sent out into the galaxy. 100 capsules have been dispersed in every direction. The link yearns now for the day when it will be made whole again, though it recognizes that the value of the project that is offered. Separate 1 into 100 and spread them across the stars, so we lose 100 pops. But that's how, for example, Odo got to the Alpha Quadrant. So, a new menace, we are going to say interesting, because we see that as an opportunity. And then here, we've now got hardened fields. Let's now go for the engineering station. Oh, and interesting, somebody else to meet. So let's meet you.
Let's see what we can
And
learn
you are
from each other.
pathetic. Why don't we propose your subjugation as a Dominion member world? You don't like it because you're suspicious of us. Okay. Well, new research. Let's go for the Trellium... No, let's go for the hull. And then here, our head cloner, let's make you a doctor. And you, ooh, we could make you an engineer. Let's do that. For the next fleet that we create. So, Empire Capital, we could absolutely build some things here, like the Mustering Square and the Regional Academy. And then we've still got enough to put 4 of these housing complexes in, so that would be nice. However, I think let's build a local garrison there. And I guess let's do the bunker network as well. And then Petrocell White Refinery is finished, so let's now go for the Jevonite Artisan Shop. And you, let's make you even more cautious, because that's what you're doing. You're out and about exploring. Oh, interesting, somebody else to meet. So why don't we try to expand the Dominion's reach, and we're going to target... Oh, we don't have enough influence. What are we at? No, sorry, we don't have enough unity. And I don't think that we're going to be able to wait. Because we need 550. I mean, I guess in theory we could just leave this open here. You know, I'm going to try and do that. And here, oh, Destroyer Research, absolutely want to do that. You, let's nab them for closer investigation. And then here, I guess we can only make you a better shapeshifter. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So, Unity, we're almost there. Oh, we're going to vivisection these hostages. Oh, it's going to be the Docile. Excellent. Perfect. So what we can do, this construction ship, let's have you expand here. And then we've got destroyers now. So let's do the Trellium research. And then what I can do is let's start setting up our destroyers. So this is our normal destroyer. Actually, it's called Destroyer. That's helpful. I think let's keep all of this the same as it is now. Grappler, that's good. Once we get tractors, that will automatically upgrade. But yeah, we can't really do any upgrades for now. So what I'm going to do... that already exists, and there's nothing we can do. So let's... yeah, that exists. If we go to the gun version, and if I just rename this to gun, it will create a new version of the destroyer, and then say save. So we've got both of those. And then if I go to my fleet manager, I want to add some destroyers to both of these fleets, like that. We could, yeah, go like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and then here we're going to keep trying with whoever we're trying to meet there. And then Jevonite Artisan Shop is finished, so let's now go for the crew bunks, the crew quarters 2. Oh, cruelty, how barbaric. Oh, they destroyed one of our science ships. Ooh, okay. Oh, we can no longer use the valid Dominion member Casus Belli. Ah, that's a shame. Okay, so if we say go back... hold on, back. Expand the Dominion's reach. We can only target those two, and I don't think we can actually target them, so we're going to say do nothing there. And unpause. And this fleet, you can actually upgrade, so let's do that as well. Oh, prepare for war. The Gamma Menace is trying to... so for this menace, we can either mimic their greeting back to them or ignore them, so we'll try mimicking it back to them.
We look forward to peaceful.
Okay, so it looks like we don't have any friends. I think we're just going to have to... yeah, we're just going to have to attack and take them over. So the Dosai, will embrace you.
We look forward to
And then
peaceful
you're suspicious
cooperation.
of us, and you do not like us whatsoever. Okay, propose subjugation. You don't even like being a protectorate, so you're not going to like the Dominion member world. No, so we're going to have to attack and
We look forward to peace.
declare war. Yeah, we can expand the Dominion that way. So that's
We
what we
look
will
for-
have to do. But for that, I need another fleet. I'm going to want at least 2 fleets for that. So let's say Matter Fabricator, absolutely going for that. And then the last thing I'm going to do, let's sell, for this episode, let's sell Ketracel White, buy tons of food. Let's actually do the same thing again, like that. And so that way we don't have to worry about food for a long time. So, I think this is where I'm going to end the episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed this one so far. If so, definitely please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time for an episode of Jamie Plays. Bye for now.